1990 Toyota Corolla wagon, all-track wagon, so it's factory four-wheel drive. It's built on top of a 1986 Toyota 4Runner frame. I had the frame after I rolled the 86 4Runner in Darwin's Hole on Hell's Revenge. The engine fit all in here fairly nicely. I chopped the strut towers out to make a little bit of clearance. Had to build custom intake, radiators, 4Runner radiator. I've got some 3D printed spacers inside of there for the radiator. I had to switch to an electric fan. Mechanical fan stuck out too much. I've got trail gear, power steering pump, power steering gear. I've got the front leaf spring hanger shoved up into the frame 2.5 inches to bring the whole ride height down a couple inches. It's a solid axle swap frame, standard 85 Toyota axle, gusseted, some Marlin crawler parts, 529 gears in the front, and a Yukon Grizzly locker. The rotors are 02 Tacoma rotors and calipers. I have a big brake kit. It's got high steer, crossover steering. I've got sliders that I built from the old 4Runner. I have dual cases with stock gearing. Both front and rear drive shafts are from Woody's. The front is actually an X slip, I believe. It's the longest slip yoke that they make because I kept slipping, pulling that drive line apart. The rear is Chevy 63s with an add-a-leaf that I got from Zone Off-Road or something like that. I cut it down a couple inches so it didn't stick the ass end up too far. The rear end 529 gears as well. It has a 96 Toyota 4Runner E-locker that was retrofitted for the 86 axle. Chrome ollie shafts and Chevy disc brake swap in the rear. It's on 35 by 12.5 Mickey Thompsons. The rear end I've done a lot of work on. I have the stock 4Runner fuel tank mounted in the rear because the 4Runner filler neck gas door is on the passenger side, the right side, and the Corolla is on the left side. So I switched it over to the rear to give a little bit of clearance, and then I built a filler neck that kind of goes all the way up into the stock Corolla location. So it goes all the way up here and into the stock Corolla fill door. The exhaust is just custom 2.5 inch with a MagnaFlow tip that I built. And the rear swingaway bumper I built custom for it. Yeah, full-size spare and 5 gallons of fuel in an old stainless steel beer keg that I got locally. The whole floor is AstroTurfed because the stock carpet wouldn't fit, and I don't like dust flying up everywhere, so this is my carpet that was cheap from Lowe's. And my favorite part of the whole entire vehicle is the stock little overhead compartment. The front axle did not move front to back for the build. The rear axle is only moved forward 1 inch to clear the wheel wells. Everything else kind of lined up too good and just kind of worked in my favor. All the body mounts are custom except for the 2 midsections on the frame. Everything else has been relocated a couple inches forward or back.